Hello, yogis, and welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam, and on this channel, we do all things yoga all the time. Thank you for joining me today for this 30-minute vinyasa flow into a pigeon pose. You don't need anything but yourself for this flow today and a yoga mat. If you want, you can grab a couple of blocks if you have them and you know you like to have that while you flow or for your pigeon pose, and then join me on the mat on your back. You're going to start by lying down completely flat, arms and legs extended. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can always bend the knees, pigeon toe the feet slightly, and knock the knees together. Give the low back a bit of a rest. So whatever feels comfortable to you today, find your way there. Soften or close the eyes. Allow yourself the next few moments to settle in. Before we find movement, we find some stillness. Begin to draw your awareness inward into the breath. Notice the rhythm and cadence of your own inhales and exhales today. Notice how your breath feels in your body. Is it shallow or deep or somewhere in between? Use the breath to smooth out the forehead, relax the jaw. Let the shoulders sink into the floor beneath you, the hips to be heavy. And gently, as you're ready, begin to draw one knee and then the other up and into the chest. Rock yourself side to side, reawakening the body and preparing yourself for movement. And start to come through center. Take one hand onto each knee and circle them away from and towards one another. Then take those circles in the opposite direction. Draw just the right knee up and into the chest. You can plant the left foot down onto the mat. Start to pull that right knee wide towards your right armpit, the thigh to the outer edge of the torso. Take an inhale. Use your exhale to gently squeeze that leg in a little bit closer. And then release that right knee. Grab the back of the thigh and bend and extend through the leg a few times, kicking up through the heel. Extend that leg, roll out your ankle one direction and then the other. Point and flex the foot. And then squeeze and release the toes. Rebend that right knee and cross the right ankle over the left thigh, flexing the right toes back towards the knee. Reach your arms down along your side. You can either plant the hands down or grab opposite edges of the mat. Squish that space between low back and floor, and then start to lift and lower that left foot, keeping the right foot flexing, drawing the legs up towards you. Begin to lift that left foot, thread your hands through the hole you just created. Grab the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin as you draw the legs up closer towards you, but push that right thigh a little bit away from you. And here you might rock side to side if that feels good. Begin to release the left leg, planting the left foot back down. Unwind the right foot. Plant that right foot on the ground as you draw the left knee up and into the chest, and take that knee wide towards the left armpit, thigh to the outer edge of the torso. Inhale there. Exhale and pull that leg in just a little bit closer. Then release the leg, grab the back of the thigh, extend and bend here, kicking up through the heel. Then extend that leg, roll out your ankle one direction, then the other. Point and flex the foot. Squeeze and release the toes. Begin to re-bend that left knee. Take the left ankle over the right thigh, arms down along your side, flex those left toes, lift and lower that right foot a few few times. Keep the breath going strong here. Then lift that right foot, thread your hands through that hole, grabbing the back of the thigh or maybe the front of the shin. Keep the legs drawing in towards your chest even as you move that left thigh a little bit away from you, and then you might rock yourself side to side. Make your way back through center. Drop the right foot. Unwind the left foot. Take your arms down along your side. Start to push down into the feet. Roll your hips up, lifting the vertebrae into a bridge, and roll back down. Just a couple times here, resetting, realigning the spine. Lower all the way down. You can roll yourself to one side, or you can grab your knees and rock yourself up and into a seated position. Take the hands behind you. Plant your feet out in front of you. Now, it doesn't matter if your fingertips face towards you or away from you. It's really up to you and what feels comfortable on your wrists here. You want the feet at least hip width apart, maybe even as wide as the mat. Nice bend through the knees. Then push down into the base of the palms and lift through the heart center as you start to windshield wiper the knees side to side here. Rolling onto one hip and then the other. You can stay right here, or you can add an arm into this. As the knees come down, the arm reaches. So windshield wiper and reach. And keep that going just a few more times here. Last one. Bring it back through center. And then crisscross your ankles or sweep your legs to one side. We're coming all the way into a tabletop position. Planting your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips, right into our cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly button, arch the spine, maybe look up. As you exhale, push the floor away, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. Inhale, pull it through, arching up. Exhale, push the floor away and round. Few more on your own. Follow your own breath pattern here. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. If that feels good, you can stay right here with this traditional cat-cow, or maybe start to take it into some big circles here, rounding back through one hip and arching forward through the shoulder. Keep a hold of the breath as you do this, and then take those circles in the opposite direction. Make your way all the way back through a neutral spine now. Tuck your toes under, push your hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog. Find movement for this first down dog, pedaling out the feet, sway the hips side to side. Maybe come high up on the tippy toes and then pull the heels back down. Make sure you're pressing into that first finger and the thumb, base of the thumb. Spread the fingers wide and draw the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Begin to find a little bit of stillness here. Smooth, slow, steady breath. Stepping your left foot a little bit more towards the center line, start to sweep the right toes up and back. Then bend that knee and open up your right hip. Push evenly into the hands. Keep the chest reaching back towards that left thigh. Maybe take some big circles through that right knee. If you take circles, make sure you go both directions here. Then re-extend that right leg and plant it down next to the left. Sweep the left foot up and back. Then bend that knee, open up the hip, push into the hands. Maybe take big circles through the left knee now. Make sure you go both directions. And then plant that left foot down next to the right. Take another deep inhale here through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Start to look forward, see where you're going to go. Put a deep bend in the knees and walk yourself, bent knee walk, up to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Hands to the shins, half lift and lengthen. Push the hands into the shins, shins into hands. Exhale and fold. Deep bend through the knees. Maybe grab opposite elbows here. Sway yourself side to side. See if you can draw the belly button a tiny bit closer to the spine. Switch out the cross of the elbows. Come all the way back through center. Release. Push into the heels. Roll yourself all the way up to standing head and neck. Come up last. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Land in your Tadasana, your standing mountain pose here. Take an inhale through the mouth or nose. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale and sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a swan dive forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to grace the ground with the fingertips. Half lift and lengthen. Maybe hands come to shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down and rise and reach. Exhale, the hands come through heart center. One more like that. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, swan dive in. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, hands to shins or floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale the hands through heart centers. Take a full round of breath. Deep inhale. Sigh it out. Next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale and take a swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. On your exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank or knees down, plank. Inhale here, draw the crown forward. Exhale and lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, squeeze the upper arms in. Inhale up, find your cobra. Exhale, push yourself up and back. Downward facing dog. There's our vinyasa from this point forward. Those are optional. If you want to skip a vinyasa, skip it and head right back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take an inhale and lift those right toes all the way up to the ceiling. Then start to draw that right knee in towards your chest, up towards your nose, and plant it right between the feet, or right between the hands, excuse me. Plant the left foot down, start to walk the hands to the left, parallel the toes. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. On your exhale, fold forward into your wide-legged forward fold. Now you can grab the outer edges of your ankles and draw yourself in here. You can keep the hands planted on the floor, or you can always have the hands up and onto blocks. Give a little gentle pull to the belly button. Push into the outer edges of the feet. And start to climb the hands back up, lifting up halfway, one hand then the other to the top, so the hips come all the way up. Turn the right toes out, turn the left toes slightly in, keeping that right leg straight. Push into the big toe mound of the right foot, little bounce through the knee. Sweep the arms up, shoulder height. Reach this left shoulder up towards the ear, roll it back and down to open and spread across the collarbone. Take an inhale. On your exhale, reach the right fingertips as far forward as you can, and then drop that right hand either to the shin, to the block, or to the floor outside that right foot, and reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, or you can always just take that left hand to the hip. Okay, push the right big toe mound down, outer edge of the left foot, and reach the crown of your head towards the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Another inhale. Begin to windmill the arms down as you bend that right knee. Drop your left knee down to the mat, finding your low lunge. You can untuck those left toes and maybe heel toe this right foot a little bit to the right. You can always take the right foot outside the hand for a little extra stability here in your lunge shapes. We're going to inhale here as you drop the hips towards the mat. Lift the chest. You might grab blocks for this. Exhale and pull it back through a half split, drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Few more like this. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Next time you come forward, stay there. Plant that left hand down inside the right foot. Bring the right hand to the hip to start and maybe tuck under the left toes. Now push down into that left hand and the right foot and open in a twist to the right. Right hand can stay on the hip or you can reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling and then maybe you pick up that left knee. So make it a high lunge twist. Keep pushing into that right heel to keep that knee stacked over the ankle. One more inhale. Unwind on the exhale. Sweep the right toes back to meet the left. Bring it through your vinyasa, whatever that looks like, or head right into your downward facing dog here. Once more, we'll all meet in downward facing dog for a few extra breaths. Smooth it out, slow it down. From this down dog, start to sweep the left toes up and back, then pull that left knee up into the chest and bring that foot forward. Plant it between the hands and start to walk both hands to the right now. Parallel the toes, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold into your wide-legged forward fold. Again, same option. You can keep the hands down. You could take them to blocks. You could grab the outer edges of your feet or ankles here. Push into the outer edges of the feet and see if you can find a little more space. Then lift up halfway, one hand to each hip. Come all the way up. Turn the left toes towards the top of the mat. Turn the right toes in about 45 degrees. Little bounce to this left knee so we're not locking it out. As you sweep the arms up shoulder height, then pull this right shoulder up towards the ear, back and down. Okay. Inhale here. Exhale, start to pull those left fingertips as far forward as you can. Drop the left hand down, shin, block, or floor outside that left foot. Reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Really push that left big toe mound down, the outer edge of the right foot, and draw the crown of your head towards the top of the mat. Think long spine. Think pulling that right hip back behind you. One more inhale. Unwind on your exhale. Pop up onto those right toes. Drop that knee. Maybe heel toe that left foot out to the left. So we've got our low lunge here. Here's our inhale. Drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale back through your half split here on this left side. Inhales forward. Exhales back. A few more like this. Keep it at your own breath pace. Next time you come forward, stay there. Plant this right hand down inside that left foot. Take the left hand to the hip and maybe tuck the right toes under. If you know you want to lift that knee, start to open the chest in a twist to the left. Push into that left heel and then maybe reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maybe you kick that right heel back and lift the right knee as well, coming into this high lunge twist. Make a long line of energy from the right hand to the left fingertips. Take another inhale. Unwind on your exhale. Sweep the left toes back to meet the right. Take it through your vinyasa or head right into that downward facing dog. Again, we'll all meet here in our downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, drop the knees down to the mat. Crisscross the ankles or swing the legs off to one side. Coming back into that seated position with the feet out in front of you and the knees bent. Okay? We'll take a seated pigeon before we come into the full expression of pigeon pose. You can always just take a seated pigeon or a reclined pigeon here. So start to caterpillar crawl this left foot forward so that leg's a little longer. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh into your figure four shape. From there, flexing those right toes, start to pull this left heel back towards you. Now, the closer that left heel gets to your glute, the more intense this stretch is going to be. So if you've pulled it back all the way and you still want more, you can lift up the glutes and scoot yourself closer in to your left heel. Keep pushing the base of the palms down and lift up through the heart center, drawing your right shin and calf towards your heart center. Take another breath in. And then begin to scoot yourself back, slide that left foot forward and unwind. Switching sides, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Make sure you're flexing those toes and then start to pull that right foot back towards you or move yourself closer to your right heel. Again, push up into the base of the palms and lift through your heart center. Find breath into the outer left hip here, anywhere that's feeling a little tight and tense. And those sweet breaths. And start to move yourself back. Slide that right foot forward. Unwind. Cross the ankles once more or roll over to one side, making your way back and into a downward facing dog here. We're going to move into the pigeon pose now. If you want to take that seated pigeon or a reclined pigeon instead, you can move there. Start to reach those right toes up and back. Lift that right leg. Then draw the right knee in and over towards your right forearm, right elbow. Drop that shin down to the mat. Now, I like to have an angle to my leg. You can have as much or as little angle to that shin as you like. Then start to slide the left toes back, sinking the hips down. This might be where you want to grab one of your blocks and take that block under your right hip. So it's bringing the floor up to you. If you can get the hips evenly down to the mat, you want to sink the right and left hip evenly. So you're not leaning over to the right or leaning over to the left. You have an even sink. You can walk your hands back now and maybe lift the chest, lengthen the spine, or you can start to walk forward, lowering the heart center, long spine towards the mat. And you might grab a block and take a block under your head here. You might pillow up the hands, make a little pillow for your head here. You might lengthen out the arms in front of you. settle in for a few breaths here, inviting release into the muscles little by little. When you're ready to make your way out of this pigeon, start to lift yourself up through center, plant your hands, and then pull that left hip forward. Tuck your left toes under and kick it back into your three-legged down dog, reaching the right toes up and then planting them next to the left. Maybe wiggle out or pedal out the feet for your second side. Okay. Planting down, sweep the left toes up and back, then draw that left knee up towards left elbow, plant your left shin down at an angle. Start to slide the right toes back as you sink the hips down towards the mat, maybe supporting with a block underneath your left hip, maybe lifting up, pushing down into the hands, long spine here, and then maybe coming all the way down, lowering the torso, forehead to the floor, block, mat, backs of the hands. Breathing into your hips. Breathing into any tight places you're finding. Invite the muscles to release. Use your breath to calm the body here. When you're ready to make your way out of your pigeon pose, start to lift up, plant your hands down, draw that right hip forward, tuck your right toes under, send it back into a three-legged down dog, and then drop the left foot next to the right. Release the knees down to the mat. Take the knees wide for a moment and sink back into a wide-kneed child's pose, reaching the fingertips forward or making a pillow out of your hands. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Start to lift yourself up, and then once more, find your way onto your back here, lying down onto the mat. Start by drawing the knees up and into the chest and rocking yourself side to side, arriving once more on your back. Start to take those rocks into some big circles, keeping the knees together, circling out the hips. You can let go of the knees with the hands to make bigger circles. And take those circles in the opposite direction. Coming back through center, plant the feet down on the mat, about hip width apart. Reach the arms down by your sides. Squish that space between low back and floor and start to roll yourself up into a bridge pose and roll yourself down. Do this a few times. Feel that gentle massage on the back as you lift and lower spine and hips. And lower back down through center. Once more, draw the knees up and into the chest. Take one hand onto each knee. Circle them away from and towards one another. And take those circles in the opposite direction. Begin to draw the knees up into the chest, wide towards the armpits. Stay right there. Or happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of feet. or ankles, flexing them up towards the ceiling. You can rock side to side by pulling on one foot or one leg and then the other. And bringing yourself back through center. Squeeze the legs up into your chest. Squeeze yourself into the tightest little ball that you can find. Drawing your forehead towards your knees, squeezing yourself in. And begin to release. Taking these next moments to do any last poses that feel right for you today before realigning yourself on the mat and coming into your Shavasana. Set yourself up with any props you want to have or move any props out of your way. I'll be here for a couple of minutes. You're always welcome to stay longer. If you know you want a longer Shavasana, you can pause this video now so that it doesn't end. Unpause it when you're ready to come out of your Shavasana. Or stay as long as you like and be done with the video now. Allow yourself to settle in. Allow yourself to release. Feel the support of the floor beneath you. The gentle rise and fall of your chest. Let your forehead smooth and your jaw release. The shoulders are heavy. You're welcome again to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you like. If and when you're ready to come out, find small movements into the fingers and toes. Find a deepening of the breath here. When you're ready, start to roll yourself over onto one side. Coming first through a fetal position and then using hands and arms to push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Eyes soft or closed. Take your hands to heart center. We'll release practice with a deep breath in the nose, out the mouth. Deep inhale. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. If you liked this video, please consider liking and subscribing and letting me know what else you'd like to see from yoga on this channel.